Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Hijinks and Handlebars.
Bow wow!
An actual play Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream with QueueTimes.
Wow!
Was that the right woo time this time?
I think that's what we should stick with. A bow wow and then a woo.
Bow wow woo.
Bow wow woo.
Bow wow woo. Yeah, if this is your first time joining us, then thank you so much if you're live. We won't be in the chat, but somebody from QueueTimes will be in the chat talking to you, so feel free to talk to them. We will check the chat later, so anything that you want us to see, we will, whether it be positive, negative, or everywhere in between.
It's a great area.
Let's keep it positive, actually. You know what? No negative comments.
No negative
negative notes.
Yeah. But if this is you watching on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel where we post all of the VODs,
Plenty of negative notes.
then plenty of negative, yeah.
That's what YouTube is for.
Yeah, so if you're there, then feel free to leave a comment. I'll probably see those as well, and that would be great. I go back through and I check them every once in a while, and QueueTimes keeps me up to date.
How many times a day is that
stuff.
every once in a while?
4.
I don't know. I don't check it every day. Yeah, let's get some introductions out of the way. But first I want to do some thank yous. So big thank you to Hunters Entertainment for publishing Kids on Bikes and for giving me these dice that have skulls on them, and then also this backpack
That has a skull on it.
Skull on it. Yeah, it's really great. I appreciate that very much. And then also a big thank you to QueueTimes, of course, Indigo and Krug, and TS Quint. For especially today, a lot of help with like figuring out some audio stuff, and then also if you're listening, the QueueTimes people, can we have the air conditioner off? If you're okay with that, the airc.
The aircon.
The airc.
And then also a big thank you to Tanimato for doing the overlay for us and also a couple promotional images. He is very wonderful. You can follow him on Instagram and Twitter and find his YouTube channel where he does animation, sometimes story time stuff, sometimes small music videos for music that he also writes and produces. And you can find all that at Tanimato, Tanimayto. Yeah, so now that that's out of the way, I am William, they, them, and I am the GM for Hijinks Handlebars.
Hello, I am Jonas, he, him, and I'm playing the 13-year-old cool kid, Dari Nazari, also he, him. I'm Sam, and I take a long time. Roast, I'm sorry.
Roast.
Oh. I'm Franny.
Are you? Are you really?
Hold on.
Where am I?
Let them go fast.
I'm Franny playing Gritty Fox, who is 14. She, her.
Spencer LaBelle playing 10-year-old Frankie Fox. He, him.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, air gods.
Thank you, Air Gods. Air
Thank
C.
you, Air.
Thank you, Air C.
Thank you, airbuds.
Gosh, roast me for saying Air C, please.
Everyone in the comments, roast William for saying RC, please.
Okay, well, if you've never...
We don't need to roast you at Air C when you don't got no Air C. Ooh.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you have never joined us before, just as a sort of like overview of what this is a story about a group of kids and / teens who are friends in the small town of Bald, where mysterious things are happening, like finding a magic dog and encountering a place of shadows known as the Shadow Place. Product placement.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah. But more specifically, on today's episode, we will be picking up where we left off last time on Hijinks and Handlebars. Thank you. So, it was the start of Arc 3. All of you ended up in the family clinic in town. You were not being treated by the normal doctor, Arthur Pedestrian, because he had been out drinking since last night was Halloween, and there was a big banging party at the Thompson residence. So there was also a big thing that happened that needed a lot of medical staffing, so there were doctors and nurses called in from towns nearby. And so it was well-staffed for when you all arrived. You had a difficult night followed by even more difficulty, like whether or not you were sleeping. Some of you had injuries that were pretty severe, like a broken leg or your broken wrist with a broken rib, a concussion, dislocated shoulder, some bumps and scrapes.
In Dari's case, all of the above.
Yeah. But worst of all, I think,
Was my suit got ruined?
Was your suit got ruined. And
What a
also,
travesty.
you all experienced some sort of maybe sleep paralysis or otherwise, maybe a dream, maybe not, of little Pete at the foot of your bed and then coming across to you, and you couldn't move and you couldn't speak, you couldn't scream, you couldn't yell. All you could do was see little Pete get closer and closer and then whisper something into your ear that you could not hear. Out of all of you, Derry was able to say something back and said, leave them alone. Speaking, of course, of his friends.
Oh, no, I meant my hands.
Do anything to my friends, but don't touch my hands.
Not my hands, my beautiful hands.
I'm gonna be a hand model someday, don't you?
It's my dream, my only dream.
And then you all woke up to some bustling in the hospital, and the television in all of your room was turned on to the news. And you found out that last night there were animal attacks in Bald that affected many, many of the residents, and many of them were in fact being cared for here at this very same hospital. You rightly assumed pretty early on that it was probably the bullies that had done this and this was their plan. And then immediately after that you saw Big Rob standing outside of your hospital room. Well, Derry saw, alerted the others not to look. They all did. Frankie ran out to catch up to Big Rob. Big Rob was there and immediately lunged for Frankie, grabbed him around the neck, and was like lifting him off the ground. But then, before too long, Phoebe and Marcus, the Fox parents, ran around the corner. Phoebe tackled Big Rob. Marcus got Frankie, and they got back into the hospital room with the others. And they spent most of their time there for the next chunk of time, just discussing what could have happened, what they should do next, having nurses come in and continue checking on them, making sure they're okay. Most specifically, Nurse Carlos, who came in, and they questioned Nurse Carlos, interrogated him in a way that was like pretty aggressive, and then were like, do you know, like, what's your last name? Because I guess they wanted to know if it was a CJ, and it was. And then they were like, oh, you're the one who has the chest in the woods. And I think part of that might have been like some sort of adrenaline or like coming off of the night before. And part of that might be, I think Teddy for sure was having just like a little bit of some fuzzy stuff going on with his brain following the concussion. But yeah, they ended up getting a bunch of information about Nurse Carlos, finding out that he lived there for most of his life, and he was an avid member of the town, and everybody loved him.
And none of us have ever seen him before in our entire
Everyone
lives.
saw him and knew him. They didn't really remember
Allegedly.
that he was around.
I bet
But
you he's
helped
a time
deliver
they're a
me.
time traveler.
Yeah, but just kept questioning Carlos. Eventually, Carlos ended up leaving the room, and they discussed further what they needed to do. At one point, Gertie was texting Harini and told her to delete the videos that she had taken the night before off of her phone. And then Carlos came back in, only it wasn't Carlos. And the group noticed this pretty immediately, that it was probably Jordan Willows, who they knew from the night before could shapeshift. And they called him out on it, and he pretty much just like showed himself, and they had a conversation about the group staying out of the bully's way and not making this more difficult than it had to be.
And in response,
they made it very difficult. He transformed into Marcus Fox. He transformed into Baba Vahid, and pretty much threatened everybody's families, most specifically Derry's, seemingly as like revenge, like based on what it was coming across as. And then exited the room, and on the way out, they all were like testing and almost like outing Jordan as the other nurses were there to try to get him to like slip up as Carlos, but then decided that maybe that would be the best thing because people might think that it is actually Carlos and they don't want Carlos to get in trouble. So moved on from there. They all decided they needed to get out of this hospital, especially if like all the bullies were still going to be here, and they were here seemingly for little Pete, who was also being cared for in the hospital. So they got wheelchairs in order to get out. The parents were notified, and so that they could do the release forms to get all of the kids out of the hospital. and they all started to go on their way, made a way of figuring out if they were in fact who they were, since two of the bullies, one could do shapeshifting and one could do illusions, it seemed like, and also like some manipulation. So they came up with a system of figuring out if they were who they said they were in this group, and that was just like a small like thumbs up just to the side, kind of derived from Declan talking about his work as one of Izawa's rats, using the American Sign Language for help. And then they started to split off. Derry had a phone call with his mom to make sure that they were okay, because Jordan threatened them and it seemed pretty serious.
Jordan can't do anything. He doesn't
Their
have powers.
home had been attacked as well, which Derry found out from this phone call, but everyone was fine. There had been a fire at the toy factory, the Nazari toy factory, and so Derry's father had to go take care of that, and they were, and then has gone to the bigger factory out west to deal with like some paperwork and some structural things to get this factory involved back and running. And then Derry had a conversation with James, which was fine. A good, like, solemn, wonderful, like, little moment. And the rest of everybody made their way to Little Pete's room, where Teddy had decided that he was going to finish what he started the night before. So Gertie distracted the guard that was standing outside of Little Pete's room, and Teddy got inside miraculously through teleportation. And as he popped in, Frankie was turning the camera in the corner of the room and hopping out of the vent because he had come here to do a very similar thing. They stood over Little Pete's body and then saw an image of Little Pete across from the bed from them. And
Little Pete!
Little Pete. And then Little Pete gestured as if to say, like, do it. Teddy tried to do something a little less conspicuous than, like, pulling the plug on someone. And that didn't seem to work. Seemingly tried to use some sort of power. And then decided, like, they just had to go for it. But just before he could get the chance to do it, he lost the ability to see. And then both Frankie and Teddy heard that same whisper that they had heard in their sleep paralysis the night before. And Frankie still couldn't make it out, but Teddy could. And Teddy heard, "Say goodbye to your friends," and was gone. And so was Little Pete's body and that image of Little Pete. Frankie left the room. Gertie made a little bit of like an ordeal out of the situation, not knowing how to act in the moment, seeing that like literally Little Pete and Teddy had both like disappeared. The guard noticed that he had screwed up his job and kept saying that he had lost a boy. And then the group regrouped. Derry, Declan, Harini, Gertie, and Frankie got together with the parents, Marcus and Michael and James, and all decided that they needed to go to Tiresias' place because earlier Teddy had said that would probably be a good place to go, Teddy and Derry. Derry had mentioned it, Teddy agreed. So they made their way into their cars to go off to Tiresias', and the last thing that we saw was Teddy back in the place that he had been so many times before. Most specifically, the area where all of the hands were grabbing. And he and Little Pete were looking directly across from each other and slowly being pulled down underneath the shadow place. And Teddy decided to remain silent and not fight. So he and Little Pete fell beneath the shadows.
Now we see where they went.
And now we saw that. So Teddy, you...
Cut to.
We're calling
Cut to-
it the undershade, right?
I think the undershade?
I
Undershade,
love that.
yeah.
The undershade or the...
I said it, so
Yeah.
I like it.
I said it, so I like it. Yeah. So it's canon.
I liked it, so I said it.
For the next couple of days, little Pete continued coming back to this same area and started enjoying his time with the Crotum. This is now a couple more days after being expelled for beating up Derry. He started doing tests to see if the Crotum could learn things. He didn't know what he was going to call it. He just referred to it as the little monster. And this little monster was able to pick up things like any animal would, honestly. He taught it to follow scents. He taught it how to find him. They played a little bit of hide and go seek. And then one day when he got there, he noticed the little monster was a little bigger. And then the next day, the little monster was even a little bigger. So he spent an entire day with it and saw why that was happening and realized that it was scooping up the remains of other animals and squirrels and crows in the woods and padding itself so it would grow and grow and grow. And this gave him an idea. So he tried to make his own little monsters. And he made several attempts, but for some reason, none of them were taking hold. And he didn't understand where that one came from or why it was sentient and nothing else was. And so he started spying on some people in the woods to see if somebody else was doing something. Saw a couple hikers, another couple campers. And then saw Gertie and Teddy out in the woods with BB. And didn't want to follow too close because he didn't want them to see him. So he sent this now large monster to spy on them. And it came back with the limited amount of information that it could pass off to him. But it seemed like something was happening underground. So little Pete brought in his friends, and they started to see what they could do with living animals. And so they were running tests and burying them. And nothing was seeming to work. But then they got closer to where Teddy and Gertie were and started burying things nearer to there. And for the first time since the Crotum, little Pete saw something come back out of the ground. You're all on your way to Tiresias's, I suppose.
I've actually jumped out of the car.
As it's moving?
Yeah, I just saw Ladybird, and I was like, that seems fun.
Are you really?
I've actually buried myself in that exact spot that you just told us just now.
Oh yeah, I've actually been there since whenever that happened. I've been there since then.
I have powers now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm in the car, asking Gertie to text my mom and see if she's gotten an update on Grandpa yet. Because I think last we talked, I was like, see if you can track him down, because we hadn't heard from him, I think, since last night, right?
I mean, she's with you.
She is.
She ended up at the hospital.
Is she in the... are we all in a car right now? Or is she... Because I thought we were all in...
We can determine that. So
Yeah.
what cars are you in? Because I think Michael and James and Marcus are all for sure going. Because
Right.
they get it. They know what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if my mom is there, it makes sense that, like...
I think your
she
mom
would
is
be
like
driving
tagging
me.
along.
Yeah.
Do you think you're in her vehicle or do you want to be...
Yeah, I think she would have driven to get to the hospital fast. So, like, Yeah, I'll be in her car.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Cool.
Right now.
Where are you two?
With Dad.
The Foxmobile.
Okay, so Declan and Harini will be in there as well.
Okay.
Okay.
And are James and Michael in ours as well? Or
No,
are
they
in
drove
their-
separately.
Okay. Did we let Mom know where we were going?
And Marcus up in the front seat is like, oh yeah, no, she knows everything that's going on. Everything's gonna be fine. So we're going to Tiresias just for what now? So why?
Sorry, also really quick, where's BB?
I assume you have her.
Yeah, either
Okay.
BB was in Derry's lap at the
Yeah.
hospital.
But if we split cars,
Okay.
I am sure you'd have her.
Okay.
So here.
Also, is Mama gonna be arrested?
No, I don't know. I mean, she seemed to have things handled pretty well last time I saw her.
Is Big Rob gonna be arrested?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I mean, Big Rob's not. Well, maybe I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really know what they do with like teens who.
He's really big. I bet you could
Juvie.
weigh him and call him, try him as an adult. He's big enough to be 3.
Is he 18? Wait, is he 18?
I don't.
is he 18?
I don't think so. I don't think he is.
I'll
So-
look it up on a book called Face.
All right.
He couldn't be.
Sure.
He's
don't-
either a sophomore or a freshman, I think.
Junior.
He's a junior. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a junior. Couldn't tell by looking at him.
He's not here, son. You don't need to roast him. Although, I mean, you can if it makes you feel better.
Oh, it does. I like to believe that deep down he knows. Nah, he's too dumb to know.
So, just so I know, Teddy is God again. And so is little Pete. And we're going to Tiresias is because...
Because we have literally no other idea?
Teddy seemed pretty adamant about going back to Tiresias's, maybe to find some answers. Also Tiresias did mention that their partner had experienced the Shadow Place. And so
wait, you're not the first ones?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, that's all right. That's definitely fine. That's not information that's super weird, and we live in a weird town where a bunch of weird stuff is happening.
Deep breaths, Declan.
All right.
You can do this.
Declan was there with us when Michael and James dropped the bomb on us, though, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been... I keep rolling everywhere. It's been going on for longer than we've been alive.
Decades, apparently.
I mean, I guess so. My thoughts were like maybe Teddy was the first one ever to have like something like this happen to, cause that's easier for me to digest. So I don't know. Wishful thinking, I suppose.
Well, honestly, whatever makes it easier for you in this moment, it's totally fine. It can be Teddy, who was the first.
But we know it's not Teddy who's
Yeah,
the
but
first.
we don't.
Tiresias
'cause
had a partner.
You did just tell me that one of Tiresias' partner was. So I mean that's gonna be hard for me to forget. So, all right.
And Tiresias' partner vanished. Possibly...
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, they vanished.
Oh,
Without
cool.
like a trace, just like poof, they're gone.
Cool.
Maybe into the Shadow Place. So
Forever.
that
and
could
ever.
be forever and ever. So that could potentially be one outcome to our journey. Lost in the Shadow Place, forever and ever.
You don't think that happened to Teddy just now, do you?
It might have just happened to Teddy just now. He may be lost forever and ever. But I'm trying not to think about that. So that's where we're going to talk to Tiresias. And see if the person who lost their partner forever and ever can help us not lose our friend forever and ever. I think it checks out.
So I think you all, unless you want to scene with your mom.
I mean, well, has she heard anything from
No.
Vahid yet?
No.
Still nothing? Okay.
I mean, Vahid doesn't have a phone, like
Right.
a cell phone or anything, so
Yeah.
he's kind of hard to keep track of if he's not in the vicinity.
Yeah. I don't know if I need to play anything out, but yeah, I want to make sure that like she's doing everything possible to like find him because I'm super not comfortable with like not knowing where he is.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, and she is. She's like, she has like the vehicle has like a Bluetooth thing or whatever, so she can do hands-free calling, and she's calling like your dad and all of your siblings to see if any of them have heard from him. And so far, like no one has really heard from him. But she will tell you the last she saw him was the fire. Like they got a call at the house about the fire. So her, your father, and Vahid all got in a car and went to the factory. And then when they got back home, they saw police outside of their home.
Okay.
And like
And Vahid just like fled because Vahid hates cops.
Yeah, well, yeah. Vahid was like, oh, no.
The fuzz.
It's the fuzz. Cheese it. And then he ate a Cheez-It. No, yeah, but that was the last. That was genuinely the last that I saw Vahid.
And then left a trail of Cheez-Its.
Wait, so like
mystery.
he disappeared while they were talking to the police at some point?
Yeah, like the police were
slipped off?
going. Police were going person to person,
Sure.
asking like, so talk to your dad, and we're like, what is like, are you
know?
okay? What do you know? Like, by the way, your house has been completely destroyed,
Sure.
and then talk to your mom. And your mom was like, and somewhere in that, like talking to
He's a slippery old man.
Vahid just like was gone.
Okay.
It was just gone.
Like an ale.
Cool. Can we just like say that that's all happened and just like do a quick? I do want to talk to her a little bit, just like as we can be like outside of Tiresias's, but just like I'm like leaning into the window or whatever.
Yeah, park the car, let you out.
Yeah. I want to make sure. I can't stress enough how careful you need to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, the bullies are up to something, and I can't. I don't want to tell you a lot right now, but they're up to something. They're trying to do something that's been going on for a long time, and it's very dark, and it might be very bad, and I don't know how powerful they're becoming. So you just need to be really careful, and if you see them, just run, okay?
You do understand that you are starting to sound like you're in some sort of a comic book.
Kinda.
You don't know how powerful they're becoming? Oh, all right.
I can. I promise I can explain like more specifically, but can you like trust me on this much? Magic's real. That's like a foundation. Maybe soak that one in, and we can.
Magic's real?
Yeah.
I
don't want to overload you a lot right now.
Wait. The bullies, they have magic?
Yeah, and they're using it for really bad. They tried to kill us last night.
They tried to kill you last night?
One of them took Teddy. Little Pete took Teddy, and he might not be coming back. So that's a lot. We're okay. We're okay.
No, see, like this is why you need to we don't know anything about you. We don't know what goes on. We know you. We know you're in a band. We know you pick fights. Oh, we know that. And
I hadn't had a lot to share. I guess I don't know.
This seems like a lot.
It is a lot, but
unless all of this happened directly last night, this is a lot of information.
It's been a little bit, but we weren't really telling people for a while because it's a lot. But
and you're saying magic is real.
Yeah.
Is this like a joke?
No.
Huh.
So just like.
And is that why we're here at Tiresias's?
Yeah.
Because
Tiresias knows a little bit about it. Tiresias had a run-in with the same powers that we're involved with.
You don't think... I mean, that Tiresias maybe is like scamming you or something?
I mean, I did. I did, but Frankie and Teddy talked to them a little longer last time, and they seemed sincere, I guess, so it's a shot we gotta take, but...
I'm gonna stay parked right here.
Okay.
So as soon as you're done with whatever you are doing in there, I have no obligations because Normally, like, I co-run the factory in town, but right now, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be right here. And if you end up going into the crystal ball and you are there the whole day and into night again, I will be parked right here.
Okay.
I will order food. They
Well-
will deliver it to my car window. I do not care. I will be right here until you get back in my car, and then I'm going to go to the next location with you and your friends. And I'm gonna know what's going on. I have a right,
Yeah.
Derry.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. I mean, we're gonna be telling everybody eventually, I think. So we'll loop
let's-
you in starting now. So
Yeah.
magic's real.
okay.
People using it for bad. Watch out
Sure.
for the boys. Call the cops about
Call the
Grandpa. And is this an okay time to ask for a phone?
You want a cell phone?
Yeah, and Derry's like starting to walk away. Like, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just like kind of mumbles, walking away.
And as you're walking away, you maybe like look back at the car, or if you do, like you see your mom just going like, "Magic is real." And it's like kind of sorting it out, just like sitting there in the car.
Real. And he wants a phone?
So then
And
the Fox vehicle pulls up, and so does the Thompson vehicle.
Cool.
Everybody gets out.
Get out.
Hey, just a heads up. I told my mom kind of the bare bones of what's going on, just so she's sort of looped in, because she wasn't at the party last night, so she didn't get that whole thing. But
I kind of feel like the party was a little bit of a threshold, so I just kind of like friends and family can be in on it if they're in on it.
yeah. I mean, at this point, like, she's gonna be close to it, and they're gonna be going after her too.
Gertie
probably, so.
looks over at your mom and, she seems to be taking it pretty well.
What's your
Like
mom's
you look
name?
over at her. Magic is real. No. It's like getting a little out of control over there.
I mean, it's a lot,
Yeah,
but
it is.
she's lived a lot, so I'm sure she's seen weirder or close to as weird.
She is your mother.
Did you hear word about Baba P?
No, they still haven't heard from him, but she's still trying.
Okay.
So we're gonna see if Officer,
What?
what's her name,
Sandra Tallwell?
Sandra, can get on
No,
it.
you know that Sandra Tallwell was involved in the attacks last night. So was Bing, Officer Bing,
Okay.
Deputy Bing.
Well, she'll get someone on it. So there's like Officer.
Checks over his shoulder. What's she looking at, dude?
Were you gonna say something?
Oh yes. So I was just wondering, since everybody's getting like a free pass to tell their family, I was wondering if it was okay if I told my family that I was involved in a very, very juicy secret.
I mean, I don't know your parents. I don't know if we can trust them.
I mean, how well do they take this kind of
Yeah.
news?
Are they cool?
Yes. That's, I don't know. I just like,
Are they helicopter parents?
they,
Like, once you tell them, are they gonna be hovering and be like,
they might have
Really?
a little bit.
Wait,
I
your
just-
parents are helicopters?
Yes, they are.
Here's
I
what
thought
I'll
I
say,
told you
Harini.
that.
I think the close friends and family knowing thing is kind of how you know. I don't want to sound like
Your
bad,
parents
but like
haven't
you're
met
kind
BB.
of yeah. I mean, your parents haven't met BB, and you're not really like part of our circle. You're like the circle outside of it. You
No,
know, it's
no,
like
yes, of
you know,
course.
it's
Yeah.
not like there's like a thing
No,
and then there's you guys.
Though your prospects are looking hopeful.
how about this? We find out as much as we can from Tiresias, and if any of it is helpful, maybe that can determine who else we can let in on this.
Okay.
Yeah, I just told my mom because I know she's a target, and if we can keep your parents out of it, then
This
it might
is
be safer
very
for them.
dangerous.
Yeah.
This is extremely dangerous. Gertie, I had no idea that you were a part of such rambunctious going-ons.
Honestly, it came pretty suddenly to all of us as
Yeah.
well. So
Not to me. I'm accustomed to danger.
I think I knew that.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
And then Declan chimes in like, just so it's all clear, I'm never telling my parents any of this.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea.
Even if they become targets, I'm just gonna be like, hey, Mom, Dad, you need to like take a 3-year vacation.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, do it.
Is Mark gonna raise you then?
No.
Cool.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Declan would most likely stay with us.
Oh yeah. Makes
Well, I can live in my treehouse.
Yeah, well,
You do have that generator.
I mean, there's things you would need.
Like what?
I,
Name one thing.
I don't know. I'm
Name
your
one
age
thing,
too.
Derek,
I
name
can't
one
name
thing.
them.
Name a thing.
I can't. That's why I don't live on my own.
Your medication. You're not over 18, so who would
I
prescribe?
get that from Izawa. I don't need that anymore.
What about like where would you get food?
I have food at my treehouse.
What about when you eat it all?
Well, then there's more food there.
Where?
What about when it runs out? I mean, I know.
Well, it never
I
runs
know-
out.
I know.
It's just like,
Who buys it, Declan?
what do you mean? Who buys
Who
it?
gets it?
Who buys the groceries?
How does the food get to your house, Declan?
I don't know. I just like I go in my treehouse and then there's more food.
You never thought about it. You know that's not magic, right? Your treehouse is not magic. Your treehouse
Well, let's
is
not rule it out.
true. Good point. Your treehouse is probably not magic, and
Oh,
it's probably
no.
your parents stocking
My
your
parents
fridge,
are stocking
Declan.
my fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm completely reliant on them. I have no self-sufficiency.
Yeah. It's a bummer, but welcome to high school, bud.
This is the second worst thing that I found out today. The first being that I'm a target to be killed.
And it probably won't be the last thing you find out today.
Well, it may be the last thing he finds out today if they,
If they kill me?
No. Well, yes. No. But yes.
You're gonna be fine.
Just stick with us, Declan. No, you're not gonna die.
Gertie leads the group into walks.
As
Oh,
you
no.
start walking away,
Gary just said Declan's not gonna die. Now Declan's gonna die.
but as you start walking in, Marcus rolls down the window really quick and is like, "Hey, you let me know if you need me in there, so I can keep things straight.
Mm-hmm.
I can get right to the point.
Dad, why don't you come in right now?
That
there's
place
no-
creeps me out.
Wow. Okay.
I get it.
It kind of weirds me out. I don't know. I mean, like I can come in if you want me to, but it kind of weirds me out.
I mean, like after last time, I wouldn't hate having an adult
That's
just
what
like
I
to
was
be
saying,
there.
just to
Like
keep-
it doesn't have to be your dad, but it should be somebody. Not my mom, probably. She's like.
Magic is real.
You don't want to come in?
Roll charm.
10.
10. Yeah.
It's not horrible.
No, that's
not bad.
Yeah.
Oh no! Above the maximum value
10 to
for
ask
over
your
half
dad
of the
to protect
dice.
you.
10.
Oh no!
So you're like, you do your like little. Oh, you don't want to come in. And Marcus is like, and the window rolls up. It's like all the way, and then you hear the ignition shut off, and the car door opens and closes, and he comes around the side of the
She
vehicle.
leans over to bring get some advertising.
And he's like, all right, so I'm going to come in. But only because I think this place is creepy, and the last time y'all were here, you came out real quick and you're upset. So
I'll hold your hand, Dad.
I'll hold your hand. I'm an adult. I'm an
You
adult.
got noodly arms, Dad. I'm a bit stronger than you are.
Well, these noodly arms planted an axe inside of a crowlum, thank you very much.
It's
and then
true.
quickly shoved me to the ground and broke my leg. So...
You could, as you continue telling that story, you could stop after your heroic moment, Because, we know, but if you don't remind us, we will just slowly remember it as the time that you put an axe in a crowlum.
Great. So pretend I did that.
I can't, but next time.
But you did
Yeah.
that. We don't need to pretend. You did do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you give me a little bit too much information. It's going to be really hard for me to block that
honestly,
part out.
every time I think about you now, I think about you getting shoved to the ground by a crowlum. And
Declan, did you hear the stories about how we fought with the Crowlum?
No, and I'd prefer not to, in fact.
Cool. Okay.
Herney,
You'll see the garage later. It's fine.
You're feeling okay. Is James and Michael coming in with us?
They're in the car over there,
Okay.
but they're not getting out. They're talking to each other.
Okay.
I don't think we need them. I
Okay.
think, and just having Marcus's backup is good.
Dad, do you have $15?
Hold on.
H.
No.
And
Is it each?
he pulls out his phone, and he's like
Wait.
texting for a second.
No, hold on. I walk over to my car to where my mom is at,
Israel, want to.
Hey, Mom.
Yes,
Sorry, hey,
I'm fine.
Can we have some money for Tiresias? I kind of forgot that they charge.
You have to pay for this scam?
Yeah, that's kind of why it's
That sounds like a
scam.
scam.
Although, actually, they shouldn't charge us for this, because this is us asking for help as, citizens of Bald, and this isn't a transaction. Never mind, we're not paying. I turn back to the crowd. We're not paying anything.
I turn back to the crowd.
The crowd.
We're not paying.
Up on your soapbox.
I sit up on the curb. We are not paying anything. They have to help us.
Tiresias opens the
And now
door.
we're coming in.
Tiresias opens the door.
We're not paying.
Can you keep it down?
No, and we're coming in, and I start walking in.
And we're not paying.
And
And we
Very
brought extra
emboldened.
chairs right there.
And Marcus goes in and is like, no, we didn't. And also, this is creepy. But forget I said that.
I think if you plug your nose, it makes it less creepy.
Okay. And Marcus plugs his nose. And Declan plugs his nose. And Harini plugs her nose.
It's so cute. I didn't think they'd all do that.
Can I have walked past into the
Yes.
place? Cool.
It's okay if you're scared. I'll hold your hand, Trini.
And Harini was like, and the hand that she's using to plug her nose, she's like, Dad, I think I'm rather okay. I kind of sound like Declan.
And then Declan's plug nose, he sounds normal.
My mom is like, are you making fun of me?
Yeah, but you can go and Harini will be like, I think I'm rather okay. I'm not really creeped out. I just wanted to plug my nose. Now I kind of sound like Rick.
Wait, Harini, impersonate Declan real quick. Talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I just love Dungeons and Dragons. It's really my most wonderful thing, and I love my treehouse so much, and it gets stalked by magical elves that come from my Dungeons and Dragons book.
Oh
And Declan's like, I don't think that's what I sound like. With his
Yeah.
I don't think I would love to have that accent. That would be pretty cool. If I had, how do I sound right now?
You sound amazingly clear.
Wait, hold on. Let me unplug my nose. So I think that this doesn't make any sense. And we all go in.
When I went in, I'm searching the room because Tiresias is hiding something from us. I need to know what it is.
Yeah. Okay, I did the joke that time. Everyone, all right.
I assume it's brains.
Yeah,
in this
roll
game,
brains.
So 9.
Brains for seeing if Tiresias is hiding something.
For
from
seeing what Tiresias is hiding.
Can I roll brains too?
You want to know what Tiresias?
I want to know what Tiresias is hiding, which is hiding from us.
I'm gonna roll Brawn to smash one of the chairs like around me. Now tell us what we want. It's a 2.
You pick up a chair and you can barely get it off the ground, and then you put it back and you're like, tell us what we want.
We need answers. Huh.
I will. I'm gonna hold. Here we go. You've taken 2 characters, Marcus and Tiresias, who I have the hardest time discerning their accents, and you put them in the same room.
Dad, you need to leave. It's about to get ugly.
One's southern and
Hold on. I rolled a 9. We have to resolve that.
Yeah, you rolled a 9. You rolled 2. So the 9. You want to know what Tiresias is hiding
From us.
from you. So you come in and you see a blank space on the wall, and you know that what is what Tiresias is hiding from you.
So Terry's just like standing totally still, staring at that spot on the wall until Tiresias comes in.
And also
There
nothing
it is.
else.
Cool.
I found it on my phone for you. You can look at it. Remember I took that picture?
Thank you.
I don't know for sure
Where is it?
exactly what you're all doing back here.
Where did you put it, and why did it go?
Are you wondering? Well, I saw you outside. You were making a bunch of noise, so I took the picture off the wall. I took it off the wall.
Why?
Because the last time you were here, you couldn't stop looking at it, and then I had a hard time getting you back into the back room. I see you brought an adult this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus, introduce yourself.
All right, so my name is Marcus Ian Fox. Sorry, Ian Fox. It's
It's IAN, not like the letter.
All right. Okay, so it's Ian it's Ian. No, so it's Ian. So
Tiresias, we need answers.
Marcus Ian Fox. Oh man. Right. So I can give you some answers, I suppose, but I don't really understand why you're back here.
Have you heard the news about last night?
The news about last night.
The animal attacks?
Oh, yeah, I did. I heard that on the radio. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, so that's why you're here?
Yeah.
Well, and also, we've just experienced something similar to you where we have, we suspect that our friend Teddy, you remember Teddy?
He was the taller one who was here with us last time.
Very kind, very patient, too patient for his own good.
Mm-hmm. Moves very fast.
Yeah. Right.
He-
The dark brown curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
It is entirely possible that he has been lost in the shadow place.
Forever and ever.
When you say that, Tiresias like very very clearly is off put by that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
So
I know you mentioned your partner.
yeah. Wait. So do you? Are we cool? Are we cool?
Yeah.
That's up to you. I try to smash the chair again. It's a 2. That's
Yeah.
up to you.
Honestly, at this point, Tiresias, I'm kind of past trying to make enemies. I think as many allies as we can get in this fight against what I think might be absolute evil, we're going to need. And you have been closer to this than anyone else for longer than anyone we know. So I think we're going to need each other if we're going to stop any bad things that might be happening. And that's what we're trying to do. So we're hoping you can help us.
We're asking you
Yeah.
to share your visions with us. And that's Gertie going out on like a limb. She doesn't know if Tiresias has any visions, but she wants
Okay. So some really serious stuff is going on.
Yeah.
And you think the animal attacks from last night are
We actually Harini, show them the footage. We can show you what happened.
Oh,
yeah, Harini is like immediately like
Derry, I had her
don't-
delete them.
All of it?
I didn't want to incriminate Teddy. I didn't
But we
want it
need
to
to
be
incriminate the boys. They're criminals.
Well,
Bad ones.
And they'll be found out in time. I'm sorry, Derry. It was kind of a quick decision on my part.
Okay.
I'm really sorry if
We don't have proof.
I was supposed to. I don't know. I just
You didn't back them up or anything?
Harini,
Okay,
you can
well-
unplug your nose.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, it's okay. You did what you should have done, Gertie. I get it. I do think we should get more.
If we can get,
if
we can get footage in the future of like the bullies doing things,
Yeah.
and all of you are not involved, that would be
that would be
splendid.
good.
That would
Because
be great.
I mean, I don't want people going after Teddy.
In fact,
That's a good point.
if you don't need me here, I can try and do some reconnaissance.
Not on your own.
No,
No,
no.
Harini. I mean,
on your own.
yeah.
But that's a good idea. I'll go with you.
We might want to all let's finish this, but that might be a good next move. Because if we don't have that footage, I think getting more might be a good idea. So I guess we don't have proof, Tiresias, but I trust you'll trust us.
No,
We wouldn't make this up.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Honestly, right now I just need to. After you were all here last time, I took it upon myself to go back to find some recordings that my partner had done during that period of time in their life. So I think we should listen to those. And I do want to apologize again. Like last time you were here, I was a right dick. I did not treat you the way you should have been treated. I just saw a bunch of kids, and I thought, well, I can probably get some of their parents' money. I don't know. I'm kind of a scam artist.
Yeah.
I'll admit that.
We kind of figured that out.
It's a bit of a problem.
Well, problem solved. I try to smash the chair.
2 again.
Oh my god.
Also,
What do you make these chairs out of?
Well, last time, after we had that whole thing with the chairs, I got new chairs that were heavier.
Oh.
That would only make them
That's really
harder to
smart.
move.
Because honestly, if this had gone worse, I was gonna start throwing chairs around.
All right.
So
Well, let's not damage anything I have
No,
here.
I don't want to.
I have recordings. Let's go back into my room. We can use the sound system to take a listen because you're going to need to hear some of the lower frequencies.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not good.
Oh yeah, Marcus won't be able to hear some of that, but or is it the higher frequencies?
Wait, sorry, what?
Well, you're old.
I'm not that old.
He's not
I'm
that
38.
No, I said you're cold.
Am I-
See, this is exactly my point.
Hold on.
Man, you've been shivering this whole time.
I love you.
Darius grinning so big to obviously give away that
No.
he is super
All
not
right,
serious.
So, I'm not old. I'm 38. Am I 38? Why are you
Not
laughing?
old, 38.
You're,
I'm 13, and
Dan,
I'm
what
starting
year
to
is it?
feel old.
what year is it? 2019? No,
No, it's not. It's 2018.
it's 2018. Oh shoot, you got me.
See,
Dad,
that
you're
old
18.
memory's going too.
All right, so I don't remember my own age, and I don't remember what year it is.
Yeah.
Did you know magic's real?
I do know that.
And Derry needs a phone.
Darren needs a phone.
Don't worry about it. My mom is so rich.
Tiresias has like moved into the room and like pulls a curtain back and is like, all right, so I think that we should all come back here. All
Yep.
right,
I'll go.
right,
Yeah,
Right.
there he goes.
okay. And they sit around the table. It's got that like velvety red velvet. One of you has BB. I think we
Yeah.
can just assume.
Okay.
This
I
is
assume Gertie has BB unless we say otherwise.
This is like
but-
when you play D&D and like the GM is like, it's like a couple scenes later and they're like, oh, did you, is this thing with you? And you're like, it's like, well, you didn't say you explicitly picked it
Yeah.
up, so it's not there.
Or it's like I pull my sword from the bag of holding. Oh, hold on. Who has the bag of holding? Who has it? You're not next to them.
You're not.
You're
yeah.
not next to them.
Who has the bag of holding? That NPC from 3 sessions ago?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have
Oh,
it.
they made off with it. You're
Yes, but no.
So
So
you
we go
gather
in the
around
room,
the circle
yeah.
table.
And you're not allergic, right, Tiresias?
Not that it would
Right,
stop us.
No, oh, not that it would stop you. No, I'm not allergic. I'm not allergic.
Did you know Mr. Pedestrian's allergic? We bring our dog all the time.
I did not know that.
Also,
Every other person in this town is allergic.
it seems like it, yeah. Maybe that's part of this.
Maybe that's how we get lucky.
Tiresias even like looks at Derek for a second and is like, right, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And we can't rule anything out.
You know, my partner was allergic to dogs.
What?
No, they weren't. I'm sorry.
Tiresias!
okay, sorry.
Hold
yeah.
on. That's gotta stop.
No
'cause,
joking.
Yeah.
I definitely shouldn't do to you what
I
you
mean, you
just
can-
did to your father.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's a horrible way to treat a person.
No, you shouldn't do that. Not in this situation.
Marcus is just like, all right, yeah, all right.
We're all at that
Yep.
point of ethics where we know what's right, but don't understand that it also applies to us.
So, yeah, you'll gather around and then instead of like dramatic lights and stuff like what happened last time, it's just like it's these horrible fluorescent lights in the room that are just like turned on.
The type that just like buzz really
Yeah,
loudly.
yeah.
Actually-
And they're like flickering a little bit.
Do you mind actually turning that off and getting some?
I think I would
Lights in
prefer the
here.
creepy.
Yeah, I mean, like,
With the creepy.
yeah,
Like, hold on.
I kind of liked how
I don't-
shitty it was.
I don't
Yeah,
think,
you
I
know.
don't think it's creepy. I think it's.
It really has that
vibe.
vibe about, I have secrets and I'm lying. What's happening to me? What are you doing? What are you
This
doing?
is part of it. Okay, sorry, no more jokes.
Right, I will turn the dramatic lights on.
Marcus, talk to me. I need to reacclimate myself. I can't even do a normal accent. What the heck?
Sean, you're freaking me out.
very
There
Wait,
you
hold
go,
on.
now a
Do
shawl,
I plug
baby.
the nose for creepy? Because this is kind of creepy.
Hang on,
Who
hang on.
invited James Stewart over here?
This is getting weird.
I'm gonna follow Tiresias and help set stuff up.
I want to listen to the sound.
Hey, that's so good.
So they Tiresias turns on the dramatic lighting and like turns off the fluorescence and then brings out the little remote and pushes play. No, and you'll all hear.
No,
Pushes
no.
pause. All right. I'm sorry about that. That was my that's my mixtape. Sorry.
That's your mixtape?
Hold on. Skip.
Papa Americano.
Skip. That's my workout song. Skip. All right. No. All right.
We
This
gotta
one.
help
This should be it. This should be
Tiresias.
it. This should be it. All right. Play. And
No, stop.
sorry, you're right.
God damn
I
it.
skipped so much I went back to the beginning. Sorry.
If you skip backwards, it'll go to the back. You don't have to go all the way forward. It'll wrap around if you go back. Or it should.
Pushes back once, hits play. Pause.
Okay, that's an old
Derry,
machine.
Derry, you help him.
Oh, okay. I think I need to.
I think you have to go forward, unfortunately.
Right,
Or
I
help
think.
them.
But if you go
I need
past
to-
17, it's going to go back to 1.
No, I think the problem was I just hit back once, and since I had already played it a little bit, it had just gone back to the beginning. So
Okay.
I'm going to hit back twice now, and that should be it. Play. And what you all hear is
You were giving us space to do it, right? If we wanted to.
if you wanted to, I was like,
I was letting Spencer.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, they hit back twice.
They hit back twice,
Yeah.
and honestly, we can't break the world.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I just have like 7 of these in a row. Hang on, it's the whole playlist. I didn't put the album on repeat.
It's just one song over. So what you hear is just like, okay. So log 1. I went out to the woods and I don't know. I just feel peaceful. I go out there and I shut my eyes, and then when I open my eyes, I don't see anything, and I'm just like in a different place, and it's. I this like this area, this dark like area that I'm in, and I don't know, it's like exhilarating, and there's something about it, and when I leave, it just feels like good. And then there's like some skipping a little bit, and like clearly someone like shutting something off and turning it back on. Okay, so this is CJ log 2. I don't know. I like almost always want to be there. I mean, I know I have like a lot of schoolwork that I need to get done with, but I mean, who needs a PhD, right? You can probably get by without it. I mean, maybe I could do a thesis on this. I don't know, but then the rest of the world would know about it, and maybe it wouldn't be so special anymore. Is that gatekeepy? That seems a little gatekeepy. Oh, I don't know. It feels good to have something. And it stops and then skips a little bit again and goes on. And Tiresias prefaces this one as like, right, so I put these together. I could not find some of the log entries. So we have 1 and 2, but then it skips a few. Just so
1 and 2 skip a few 99 1000.
Right, those are the only ones I have. 1, 2, 99, 1000. No, that's not true. We didn't get that far. And pushes play. Okay, so CJ. This is 27 log number 27. Wow. Okay, I've been doing this for about 3 months now, which is pretty cool. I had a bit of an incident today. This time it didn't feel good. For the first time, it didn't feel good, and that was weird. I felt like I stumbled into something without even moving, like I couldn't move. And I just started feeling myself being pulled down, and but by nothing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go back again. I mean, the rest of the times felt good, but I don't know. I I keep talking to Tiresias about it, and they say that I probably shouldn't test it too much. I don't know if they even believe me. So, all right. Thanks. The end. And then it clips again and goes to the next one. And Tiresias it says, all right, so on this one, I'm on this one because they brought me. But, I mean, like, you'll hear it. So, hey, CJ, this is log 63. Okay, so Tiresias, did you see anything? I just, like, I want your input on this. Right, like, I don't know that there's anything, like, necessarily that I experienced. I think it was, I believe that you felt something and you were there, but there's a period of time where I didn't know where you were. Okay. Right. Yeah. I mean, maybe we, I don't know. We were in the same spot though, right? Right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, look, I believe you. And that one clips and moves on. And then Tiresias pauses it and says, all right, so this is the last one that I actually could find. It was one of the last times that they went out. I don't know exactly what's going on, but 1 week after this one, that's when the woods burned down. And I don't know. Like, I don't think I did believe them back then. So if you don't mind, I might leave the room for this one. So if one of you wants to hit play, that'll be okay. And Gertie, they hand the remote off to you and like leave.
I'll throw a chair against the wall when we're done. You can know to come back.
All right. Sounds good.
I won't. I'll do something much nicer. That was
Great. Thank you. And Gertie has the remote in her hand.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I get a 2 to smash a chair. I thought I could do it with this little rest. All right, I'm ready.
We are all on the same page about what we heard, right? Tiresias' partner is Nurse Carlos?
No, Derry.
I know. I'm
So
just
we're all
trying
on
to
the same
alleviate the moment
page
with
that-
humor. But see, that's yeah, okay. Let's hear it.
Okay. So, I think I finally know what I want to do and know what I might need to do. Generally, it's been very peaceful. Oh, I didn't even say the log. This is log 98. CJ here. I don't know if it feels good all the time, but I do know that that's where I want to be. Because when it does feel good, it's nice. And then when I'm not there, I don't feel that good anymore. So I think I have to stay. And when the stay happens, you hear that lower frequency that you recognize from the bullies.
Is this the first we've heard that on these recordings?
This is the first you've heard it. Yeah.
And what number did we skip to? This was 98?
Yeah.
From
63.
63, I believe. Yeah. It was 63 to 98.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I'm ready. And then it clips off.
Okay.
And Marcus has been standing in the corner of the room and like leans in and is looking at all of you. So that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, that was the part we kind of already knew, but it is sad. What we've learned is that almost certainly Tiresias' partner is the person who had the chest in the woods, right? That you and Teddy been talking about. We got to tell them, right?
Tiresias might know. They were in a PhD thing. Maybe it's like a bunch of science stuff inside the chest.
Yeah.
And maybe Tiresias might know more about that.
Or how to get into it, even. I mean, if it...
Maybe
Because it's some kind of like
has a
puzzle to
key.
get in or something? Or is it a lock? I actually don't remember, Jonas.
It's actually a tiny
Randy doesn't
Rubik's
really
cube.
remember either.
It's
But
a-
I do know that it like
It's a key. It's a key lock and a combination lock.
Okay.
Those two locks.
But so
Gotcha.
much of it is underground, so that we can't quite get it up yet.
Gotcha.
Tiresias, can you come back in?
Wait. Can we play that last bit over again? Just that very last sentence.
Sure. Click.
I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part. You
Wait.
hear it again.
Let's do it. Hold on. Say it.
Well, I think I'm ready is not the one that had.
Oh,
the
wait.
Uh,
I just want to do that with you.
the stay?
Yeah.
Stay.
That's
Hey,
fine.
no. That right.
Oh, that's what
Go
you
it again.
wanted
Go it
to
again. Hang on.
Okay.
Click.
Stay.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. It's the same thing I've heard from the bullies. Yeah, it's whatever's like whatever's giving them the power, I think, and it kind of from what we hear in this tape, it sounds like it might be a little bit like corruptive, it's like changing them, because they were saying, CJ was saying that like they don't feel good away from the shadow place, which is, I mean, from you remember when those anti-drug people came into 8th grade,
And they made-
Gertie, or I guess when you were in 8th grade, right? They came to you too. They talked about like addiction and stuff, and the way that stuff works a lot, kind of the same way. Like it makes you feel good when you're there, but when you're not, it makes everything worse. And that doesn't seem good. So like if it's able to, I guess, like control the way people feel in that way, that's something new, and it might be connected to that voice thing, the sound.
But that's a little odd to me because CJ spent so much time, like 98 logs
Right.
worth of time, where that 3 months worth, right? Is that what he said? But Little Pete and the bullies, they couldn't have spent that much time. How would they get addicted to it so quickly?
Well, I mean, we don't really know how time works there. Maybe they did spend longer there than we think.
Well, we heard them talking about monsters. So I think that's something different than what CJ
We
had.
heard CJ talking about monsters?
No,
No,
the bullies.
bullies.
Oh.
They said they were talking with little monsters.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Time.
Wait.
You know that they called like the Crotum or the Crolum. You know that they refer
Yeah.
to that as the monster.
The monster.
we've
Yeah.
heard that referred to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But just
that's
the
the only thing.
Well, and
Okay.
also now they know about, was it the bat or the
The bat. Yeah.
bat? Yeah.
The bat.
The yes, they
ball.
know about the
The
bat.
bat. Yeah.
The bat.
Yeah. It was
bat
what
was
Dairy
Dairy-
made up to scare
Dairy made
them.
up to
to scare them and then kind of just like-
It's funny because you didn't scare them.
It scare not scare
Yeah.
so much as like kind of like distract. I want to give them something to focus on so that
Or
they can't
second-guess
focus on the goal.
themselves.
Yeah, I want to throw them off basically. Yeah.
I want to get Tiresias back in here.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to them. I'll go just like knock on the wall near where they went.
Okay. They'll come back around the curtain and like,
What
what?
if-
Oh, sorry.
Is-
Um,
We good?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're done.
I can come back in.
Yeah.
All right. So the last one, pretty disconcerting, hey?
Yeah.
Not great.
So many logs were missing. What happened to them?
Well, they were destroyed in the fire, because, so that day, I went out to the woods, I was following, CJ, and they went out, and I was a little concerned, because they've been kind of quiet, And so I followed them, and they had all their tapes and in a box, along with like some other materials, and then they were gone. Like they
What
went
kind of
they went
box?
somewhat. Oh, it was just like
With like a chest?
like a file box.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why were you taking all the tapes out to the woods?
No, well, I wasn't. No, CJ was.
Do you know why?
I think. See, I could never confirm this, but I think CJ started the fire in the woods, and I think that
They wanted to.
they
burn the
wanted to
evidence?
destroy everything. Yeah,
How did you get these few?
because when the fire started and I couldn't find them, I went out and I
You found what you could.
I grabbed the box and I tried to look for them, and I couldn't find them, and I kept looking and before too long it became a little too dangerous for me, and so I grabbed the box and I got out.
What was CJ's full name?
No, they just went by CJ. They had
Is that their first name, or is that initials for first and last?
it's just CJ. Their name was just like CJ. I don't think it was like initials. I mean, they may have had a name before, but they like a dead name. But their name is CJ.
So what was CJ's last name?
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah,
You just know CJ?
Does
CJ.
Does CJ grew up here in Bald?
Yeah.
Is their
did they have any family
is
here?
their family still here?
I never knew any of them. I don't know if they even existed. Like here.
They never talked about their family?
No, I don't think they were close. I honestly, I gathered that they were sort of malicious toward one another. Like, that's sort of like how I kind of saw CJ most of the time. They're very sweet, but clearly had some problems with their own family. So, I know when I moved to Bold to do my schooling here, we just like got attached. Maybe because I have like a really big loving family, so when we were around, when they would visit me, it was something for CJ to latch on to.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know anything about a chest in the woods?
Do you remember CJ ever having a chest that was maybe important to them?
Like a regular chest, like one you would keep like stuff in, and kind of a hard case chest.
Like a treasure chest?
Well, sure, yeah, like a treasure chest, like with a key and a combination lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. You know what that is.
Okay,
Do you have the keys? Did
And the code.
CJ leave the keys and the code?
I'm sorry. No. That was just like personal things of theirs that not that they were like hiding them from me or anything, but like, every person's got to have their own personal stuff. So,
But why would they? I mean, it must be.
Hold on, wait. How do you know about it?
Teddy and I found the chest in the woods,
Like just chilling, just there.
buried. Teddy and I are treasure hunters, so we
Oh.
go to the woods.
Yeah, you should know that.
This had to have been a couple months ago, and we had our metal detectors, and it went beeping under one of the big trees, and we started digging, and we came upon the chest, and it has the initial CJ on it.
And a key lock and a combination
Yeah.
with the initial CJ. Oh, did you get a good look at the initials? Like the name? Like what it looks like?
Yes.
You did.
I feel you would have at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, I,
No,
yeah, I
well,
don't
you
know.
did. They hadn't,
Oh.
but you did because of your because of like accessing that memory with BB's powers. You saw it like clear. Tiresias gets up and goes like behind the curtain. The first time you came here, when they went behind the curtain and like were ruffling and like making all that chair noise, it goes back there and like makes a bunch of noise again, like what they had done before, and
Can I
then
peek and see what's back there? Just what they're shuffling?
yes, you can. It is like a wall of like mess. Like
Cool.
like if you've seen like an overflowing like shed or garage,
Sure.
it's like that, and they're
Cool.
like stepping over like a bunch of stuff, and like a ball and a baseball bat like fall over and like knock over some bowling pins, and you're like, what? What?
Cool.
But then they grab a little journal, and they start coming back
And
towards
I
it.
will move.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then they come back in the room with this little journal, and their CJ's initials are in the top corner, and they just like show it to you, Gertie, and it looks exactly the same.
It looks exactly the same.
Looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Wow.
That I don't know either of them, but I think it looks exactly the same.
Thank you, Declan.
Mm-hmm.
Harini?
Oh, I don't tend to comment on things that I don't really know about.
Just say same.
Same.
Cool.
And Marcus pokes him like, same. Just hey, get my 2 cents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dad, don't go wandering off too far.
Tiresias, do you think there's any chance you could help get us into that chest? Because, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I kind of think that might be the secret to a lot of this at this point, or it might help somehow.
Right. This might sound really weird to you. Do you mind if I just don't and like give you a bunch of resources, maybe? Like just like some stuff of theirs that you can like look through.
You don't want to be involved.
I really
I
don't.
understand.
I don't want like this is what I don't want. I've never been back in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's understandable. That's fine. Anything you can give us as resources would be much appreciated.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically building a small army of adults at this point, so we don't exactly need your presence there, but we do need your help. So yeah.
Okay. Well, if this is also really weird to take in, knowing that the chest is out there. I never knew what they did with it. So if you can figure out why it's there, who put it there, maybe, I don't know. They probably did. I don't know. It seems like they were keeping a lot from me, although it was like a lot for me to take in when they told me about initially, and I don't think I reacted in the way that they wanted me to. I don't know. Have you encountered that? I mean, like
I think my mom is still out there counting her fingers.
counting your fingers. All right. Oh, so you've told people?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose you're. Is this your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He knows, and
No,
your 2 friends.
Their mom knows. They know. Teddy's dads know.
Okay. Wow.
The Big Rob, Little P, Jordan Willows, and Dake Marin. That possibly actually Darius Dake Marin.
I hate them.
They all know things we don't. They're like monsters now. They went underground and they came back with powers and they're using them for very bad. They were behind the attacks last night. We're like very sure.
There's like, when you hear them talk, there's like a voice behind their voice.
Like what you heard.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the same.
like that.
It's the same with them.
No.
It's not always, but it's there sometimes, and I
Yeah.
think there's something in them.
Do you think that CJ, that the voice was trying to make him stay, and that CJ lit the fire so that... What if there's something in the shadow place and it's trying to get out, and CJ started the fire to keep it in, and that's how it tries to get out. It gets inside people. It gets inside little totems. It gets inside bullies with meanness in their hearts. And I don't know. They have the bullies have been acting like they have some kind of plan.
Yeah.
And we don't know what that is.
Well, they said they have a plan. They said, and they just want us to stay out of their way, which is not what we're going to do. But whatever they're up to, it's probably big and definitely bad.
So you've all been there?
Yeah.
And Declan and Harini both like shake their head no, and Marcus is like, no, they have though. So yeah. And Tiresias is like, why so like? Do you think that you have this like? Do you have that thing in you?
Well, it was interesting listening to CJ because I felt what he felt, what they felt, about finding peace in the shadow place. It did feel good and calming, and I did like going there for a while until things started turning.
Have you... I mean, I know we've had a lot we've been dealing with, but, like, how have you felt outside of the shadow place recently?
Well, fine, I think. Except maybe just a little more tired.
Yeah. I mean that's all of us.
Again, though, CJ spent so much more time there than any of us have.
That's true.
I've been wanting to go back. Just 'cause.
Yeah.
Do you feel the sense of calm and peace as well?
It's not quite calm and peace. It's like an electric sort of tingle, you know. It's there's that like wave, and then just like you don't feel a thing. But then it was really when we started moving after, you know, when we felt like we were riding a bunch of sandwiches. Did it feel like riding a bunch of sandwiches to you?
I feel like
it's a weird visual imagery, but I just got a very sandwich impression of that. And then feeling like we could move in there, that felt different.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't like being there at all. I don't like the way I feel there. What I've liked there is like when it's just us there and nothing's happening, just like being able to feel that is nice because we don't get a ton of that time to just like be in a place with nothing happening anymore. But also like being able to like move against it and feel like we actually had control there and power and we're able to like, you know, at least like walk even, like that felt good. Like fighting back against it felt good because most of the time when I'm there I just you can't do anything.
Speaking of it, how do I know baby's not, you know?
I mean, she's still breathing, but barely.
Yeah. And we haven't heard any of the lowness coming from BB at any point, right?
No.
Cool. I mean, that's something we should keep in mind. But so far, I haven't seen any reason to be worried about BB, honestly. Not since Arc 1.
Tiresias, in addition to the resources that you're going to give us, may we also take the recordings as well, just to kind of...
No, yeah. You can definitely... You can take them.
Or do you have a blank? We make just a copy, maybe? Because if I don't want to take your only one.
No, actually, I've already made a copy.
This is on your mix CD.
No, I made a copy for you already.
Oh.
So, like, take that, and like
Does
pause
it have
it
that
up.
Jurassic Park song on it?
Actually, can we test that really quick?
Yeah.
All right. Like puts it in underneath the table, like in like a tape deck player, I suppose, or like CD.
A CD switcher.
CD switcher.
Like
yeah. And like hits play, and then it is that. It skips to the next track. It skips to the next track. Stops it. Right. Okay. I thought maybe I did that. Pulls it out. Right. Okay. Bear with me. I need to go burn a new CD.
Okay.
Oh, I
Do you want me
accidentally
to
put
help
just.
you?
Yeah,
I can help
I have
you.
a really hard time with computers.
I understand.
I'm very.
You're
Wait,
old.
can I have that
Can I
CD?
say that?
Well,
You're old.
I suppose. Okay, right. I don't think it's a problem for people to be old. I think it's the problem is that I super did not keep up. Well,
Yeah.
I really like computers came in and I was like, no, thank you.
Well,
I thought it was gonna be a fad.
no. Yeah, it's bigger than we realize.
Not like these snail phones. Definitely a fad.
Did you say
Snail
snail?
phones?
Snail phones. It's when you have like a snail and then you call people on your snail. It's a snail phone. I'm sorry. I
Let's
did
go
the word
burn.
wrong.
Yeah, let's go burn a CD.
Wait, let me have that CD. I'll take the old CD. I want
Oh, okay. And Tiresias gives you the old.
adding to backpack.
I just want to clarify what I established with that CD is that the first track of the Jurassic Park theme is corrupted. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
so the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one didn't burn properly. Just keep that in mind for the future.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay.
I want my goofs to be heard.
Yeah. Just like keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. Okay, don't forget that.
Okay.
Semi-corrupted Jurassic
So yeah,
Park
you
theme.
and Tiresias go off to their computer and
Cool.
get the burned copy of the audio files that you want. And then, unless the two of you are doing anything else, the Tiresias will come back with a box of just like CJ's stuff.
Gertie,
Yep.
can you grab that side of that chair and just help me lift this real quick? Dad, can you help too? It's a 2.
And a
A
1.
1 and a 2. Yeah, Marcus comes over and is like, no, all right, kids, all right, hold on, don't worry, I got this.
I
No
did
worries.
get 1.
2.
We're not as. Where's Mom when you need her to smash a chair?
I think it landed in your sleeve or something.
Huh?
Or on your chair. Oh, there it goes. Be careful,
2.
be careful, Jonas. You're gonna step into the shadow place.
Whoa! Oh, I wasn't
The
tall enough to make
undershade.
that work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So yeah, we have
What's in
the
the
stuff of
box?
CJ.
What's in the box? Yeah, it's just like a bunch of papers and stuff. Like some of them are PhD related papers, and some of them are just like little journals and that kind of thing. Some accolades of theirs, a couple trophies.
With my 5th grade reading level, I'm gonna read through these. That was a brains, by the way. It was a 1, by the way.
Yeah, you can mark adversity.
So remember that part where I said 5th grade reading level, reading that PhD level paperwork?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, to be fair though,
Can I borrow that pencil?
and sometimes I think stuff that's like at a PhD level, depending on, especially if you're writing about science or science related things, that stuff should be written a little bit more accessibly, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe this is, maybe CJ was ahead of the curve.
I think Frankie could have potentially read this, but rolled
Pieces of it. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, like I have a couple of friends who are getting PhDs, and I've read papers for them. I didn't understand half of it, but I read those.
But you can tell that they did their best
Yeah.
to help you understand it.
Yeah. The places where I got lost was when like actual words I've never heard of got brought up. Like words that I think
science
are
words?
directly involved in like science
Sure.
and like
Wait, can I have
kind
that
of
back one more?
Oh, you
Yes.
need yeah. So you just get like a box full of like papers and journals and medals and accolades and that kind of thing.
There aren't any pictures!
There is one. There's like a couple pictures,
There's a couple pictures!
but it's like a little Polaroid pictures of CJ and Tiresias when they were younger together.
Oh my god, young Tiresias?
Did you both go to Bald High School?
Oh, right. Yeah. We both went to Bolt High School. And then I did not pursue further education. I pretty much immediately got into some sort of like a performance-based thing. But they ended up going to the college that's like 15 minutes from here.
Tiresias, this has been a much more pleasant encounter
Agreed.
than the last one. You've been very helpful. Here's $15, Dad. Thank you for your time.
And Marcus just goes like, yeah, reaches into his wallet, and Tyrese is like, no, I couldn't. Like, no, I
Okay,
appreciate
put it back,
this.
Marcus. You heard them.
And Marcus is like, I'm sorry, no, the Fox family is important for us. Here is $15. You have we've come here for a service. I feel like we are getting an exchange, so an exchange of money can occur. Especially since Tiresias, I do not see a lot of people here, a lot of patrons regularly. So any way that we can help, we will.
Consider it compensation for the chair. One last try.
It exploded.
5.
You knock it over. It's not broken.
Guys, we tried a lot. We tried really hard.
And
How many foxes does it take to break one chair?
And I think on that, like, so the knocking over the chair, we
That's the match cut that takes us into whatever the next scene is.
yeah,
Right?
but that's the match cut of you closing the door, getting back into your mom's car, and she's like stopped counting, and she just has her hands on the wheel, and she's looking forward, and then she like turns to
Hey,
you.
Mom.
Are you in the back or in the passenger?
I'm in the back, and I don't think she notices me getting in the car until
Yeah.
I say, "Hey, Mom."
Oh, all right. Where to next, Derry? I presume you got the information you wanted.
Yeah, we got some information, some really big information. Do we want to go straight to the chest in the woods? We would have talked about it before we got in the car. But.
Yeah. Well, I think like Marcus comes over to the window and like. And your mom rolls it down, and he's standing there, and like the other two, the Fox kids, Declan and Harini are all
Yeah,
there,
I think we need to powwow real quick.
just like talking.
Here's the thing. We need to find out who CJ's family was.
Sure.
So I think when we go to school, next time we're at school, we can ask for the school records maybe, find their name, find their family name, see if they're still involved, meet up with them if they're still here, and ask them some questions. See if they have the key and lock number.
We could also see if we could find any record of CJ or what their work was. Maybe they had like a locker or like some notes in an office at the college 15 minutes away from here.
So maybe we should just go through this box of stuff that we have like tonight, and then maybe tomorrow see if we can find more, like in records and stuff. That's not a bad idea. I honestly wouldn't mind just a night in researching with you guys.
Not that I don't love this, like having a nice calm evening and everything, especially since I mean like you're hopping around with crutches and.
Derry's been using a wheelchair still, I think.
Have you?
I mean, depending how much like better I'm feeling now. And when we left the hospital, we had established that with my ribs, there's like no real way for me to comfortably walk right now.
I mean, you can like a broken rib. Like people can like maneuver with a broken rib.
Sure.
It's just uncomfortable.
Wait,
Cool.
was Gertie in a wheelchair too when she was with Teddy?
You were in a wheelchair in the hospital, but they had they had
okay.
given you crutches as well for if you wanted to leave.
Okay.
Cool. I think Derry is walking now. Then just like slowly, probably.
Yeah, but you yeah. And Teddy. Yeah.
Teddy was on crutches or something.
Well, Teddy was in a wheelchair because his shoulder was dislocated and his ankles were swollen.
That's right.
And he had a concussion. He jumped out of a tree, folks.
Well, and then he hit it again in the hospital.
In the hospital room, yeah.
Remember, kids, trees are bad.
Yeah, trees are bad.
Trees are bad. Cut them down.
Arc 3, trees are bad.
Trees are bad.
Yeah,
Plant
remember,
more.
kids, only you can prevent forests.
Yeah, next week on Hijinks Handlebars.
No, we
I'm
burned
not
it
ready to say
down.
goodbye.
We burned it down. No one's ready to say goodbye.
No.
But we have to, so next week on
No.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, you're gonna go. Oh wait, what was Marcus saying? Not to.
I also think Harini had a good point with...
As soon as you say that, like I also think Harini had a good point. You hear, oh, yes.
Okay.
I think I rolled a 1, theoretically, metaphorically speaking.
Right,
I've
of
learned
course.
metaphors now. There are only 2 pictures, and they do not offer anything to us. So I think some of us should do a little recon and see if we can find out more
If we
about what they're
Declan
doing.
goes and like grabs the pictures from the box and looks at them like intently for a moment, and then goes, "Oh my gosh,
What?
flips them to everybody, shows them. Who took these?
Probably CJ or Tiresias.
It's like a full, like both, you could see their heads.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's Tiresias' family, or it's CJ's family.
Oh, wait. Can I take those?
Yeah.
And I open the door and I run back into Tiresias' place.
Right. Yeah. And like you.
Just holding them up. Who took these?
Oh, right. That was just a friend of ours.
Who? Where are they? Are they here still? Do they know things?
Ah, no.
What do they know?
It was a
We
friend
need
of
to find
mine
out.
from Australia. They went back.
Can I have their phone number?
Oh, okay. You're gonna make it.
If they know anything, we need to talk to them.
Oh, they wouldn't.
No?
No. Well, like they were in high school with us. Like that's us from high school.
So they were here in Bald.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Did they go back to Australia?
Oh,
Yuri walks in. Yeah.
And crutches. Did they go back?
I teleport.
Did this
No, please,
chair
yeah.
go back to Australia?
Oh, come on.
God. Oh, no.
Chair goes to Australia with a 9.
You pick it up and throw it against the wall, and it
Frankie.
puts it hole in the wall, but just not
Directly where the picture of what used to be.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, Tiresias will look at that and be like,
Sorry, Tiresias.
well, and then goes behind the curtain and brings out the picture of what and puts it in front of the hole. Good as new. Right. Okay, you want the number of my friend from high school
Yeah.
who took
If
those
there's any
pictures.
chance they know anything, we have to talk to them. I just dropped them on the floor, I think.
Tiresias picks them back up. All right, fine. And takes out a pencil and just writes it on a notepad that's nearby, like the check-in, like when you go in to check in. Writes it on there and tears off the bottom, gives it to Gertie. All right. Okay, you can leave now.
Thank you, Tiresias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. We'll go.
I grabbed both of them.
yeah.
And when you come back out, Declan's like, "Did I crack it? Did I solve the case?"
No, but we're going to call them.
You're gonna call who?
Someone from Australia.
Holy crap!
Hey, Mom, do we have an international plan? Like phone plan? Can we call Australia?
Yeah, we can call Australia.
Cool.
You just have to be upside down when you do. Smart. Dad told us that.
It's the land down under. That's why I have to be upside down.
Dad, were you
What
lying?
if the shadow place is a portal to Australia?
Oh my
What if-
god.
What if the shadow place is Australia? I mean, have you ever been there?
Yes, we've been there.
We have been.
No, to Australia.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
If they're the same,
You know, I
then
went without
yes.
you and Mom that one time, remember?
All the way.
Yep,
I ate a spider.
he did. It was a tarantula.
It put up a lot of a fight,
But it was a special one because it had 9 legs instead of 8.
right?
And its name was Stud.
Stud. We had to introduce ourselves before our combat. It was the honorable way of the warrior, I suppose.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys let us go. That was amazing.
Yeah, Stud. I almost had Stud completely down when he started climbing out of my mouth too. So I actually bit off 2 of Stud's legs. And the 9-legged tarantula is down to 7.
Yeah, 7.
So I do believe
He
Stud.
put up a good fight. But then he got real prickly in your mouth. I had to take out some hairs in your mouth. That was pretty gross.
True. It was kind of like Stud
Sure, I
was.
remember all of that. That all definitely happened. Yeah, we went on a
100%.
family vacation to Australia.
No. It was just me and Gertie.
Yeah, it was just me.
Why you two went alone? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
how could I have forgotten
Of course.
that I sent my 2 children to
So no, Dad, we've never been to Australia.
That's what I thought. Okay.
You know what? Let me settle this. I use emotokinesis, the ability to evoke vivid memories in others. I evoke the memory of that trip to Australia.
Are you going to
No, I'm not
try
actually
to
gonna
use
do
power
that.
right now?
I just was reading this card as that conversation was happening, and I was like,
Yeah, I got
Wait.
you.
if Phoebe was
but-
alive, this is what I would do.
She is alive.
I know.
Why would you say?
Gertie, do you have your phone on right now?
Yeah.
Is it like a ringer or something?
Oh, it's not on a ringer.
Does it vibrate?
No, it's on silent.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not talking to you in character right now, just so you know.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's hard to get out of this.
No, I know.
No, it's on silent.
It's
on
harder when you're with an Australian right next to it.
Yeah, it's harder to do either of those accents when they're both in the same scene.
Australia is just south.
Australia is
But
the
all
south
the way.
of the world.
Australia is just
South, but all the way.
Australia, Texas.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
All right, gang, let's split up and look for
I
clues.
don't think we should split up. I think we should do the clue thing. I think we should do the reconnaissance thing. But I think we need to do all of it together. I don't want to split us up because any of us could disappear, and we can't have that happen.
I feel like Declan and I could presumably do something. I mean, if Declan doesn't seem to want to get into danger, so
Declan needs to watch my back while I go find the bullies.
If you're going to the bullies, we're all going, Frankie.
Yes, Getty?
I feel like you're pretty advanced. You and I could look through these PhD papers.
All right.
And by we, I mean mostly you, but I'll be there for moral support.
I
am really good at puzzles, so if I see any codes or any reoccurring themes in any of them, I can jot them down and see if they mean anything.
Oh, that's right. We haven't had a chance to go to your puzzle club yet.
I know, every
Tuesday.
Every
That-
Tuesday at
that's-
6:30
We've
Yep.
missed a couple.
p.m.
Lots been going
PDT.
on.
Okay,
I
good.
mean,
well,
I
no,
wanna
I would
do
love to. I would love to look through some old things. I love old things.
Your parents know where you are, by the way.
Yeah, no, I've been texting them.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, like, I keep track of my whereabouts with my parents. I mean, they are helicopter-ish, but as long as I let them know where I am, they're fine.
That's nice. All right. Well, then, should we just go to the foxhole?
I think.
So,
yeah.
oh, sorry, what? The what now?
That's our house.
The foxhole.
The foxhole.
We live in a hole.
That's so cute.
We know. I think it was Frankie who made it up.
Was it?
No, it was me. Yep.
The foxhole. I like that.
Yeah. I think we should go to the foxhole, and we should read through all this stuff and see what we can find out.
We can make hot cocoa, right,
Yeah.
Dad?
Yeah. No,
and we,
yeah, of
and
course.
we can have some popcorn, right, Dad?
Oh, yeah. No,
and
yeah.
maybe even afterwards we can watch a movie, right, Dad?
Yeah, I mean, like, as long as everyone's gonna be comfortable and they're gonna feel fine with like everything that's going on in the world to just like sit down and watch a movie, I'm
And
totally
then
okay
we'll
with that.
build a little fort tent in the living room, right, Dad?
Right there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, are you kidding me? You think you need to put these things on me? I'll be building the fort before the end of the first act of that movie.
And then we can have like a Nerf gun fight, right, Dad?
I don't know. We can't do that part because I know that you modify your Nerf guns.
What? No, I have not.
You went to
I
Charm?
I haven't been hanging out with Cynthia that much.
Oh yeah, no. She shot me the other day, and there was a needle in it. There was a needle in the dart.
Don't worry, it probably wasn't poison.
What?
Are you okay, Dad? Where is it? Is it that lumpy thing on your arm that's been growing?
It
What?
probably was poison.
I got a
actually.
growing lump on my arm?
I thought that was from the crotum. That's bad.
Nobody told me about this.
It kind of looks
I
like a
assume you
really
know.
bad bug bite, but if you were allergic to the bug,
I was
and
gonna
also the
say-
bug was poison.
Blemish, but is that where the dart needle thing hit you?
It is.
Oh my God!
Okay, all right.
Cynthia Powell did that with the gun?
Well,
a Nerf gun.
A Nerf gun, yeah. All
But it
right.
was a needle.
No.
It was a needle. There was a there was a Nerf dart, but at the tip of it there was a needle.
Okay,
That's
so
concerning.
Cynthia might
I'll
be
make a
someone to
mental
look
note
into
for Mom to call
also.
Cynthia's parents and let them know that she.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I can call.
You're gonna talk to
Dad,
Principal Powell.
You're gonna build a
stand up to
fort.
Principal
Don't worry, you're
Powell.
gonna have your noodly arms all full up.
Yeah, no one can see you across the telephone, so they don't know. They don't know how noodly your arms are.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
go
meant
for
with
it, Marcus.
building-
You're
okay,
right.
Yeah,
You're right. Go for it.
I'm
Great.
cheering for you. I'm your cheerleader. You
All
do
right.
whatever you want.
In the cars to the foxhole. Let's go.
Do you have a scanner?
What do you mean?
Like for your computer?
Oh, like on a printer? Yeah. No, we got a scanner.
Okay, cool.
We got a printer scanner combination.
Cool. I want to digitize some of this stuff while we're reading it. I think that'll be good. Just to
Yeah,
have-
a digital documentation. Something you can put on like a flash drive or something.
Yeah.
Can I just do another brains check to check on
BB?
BB to
Yeah.
see if like
Yeah.
anything? 5. Oh, 8. If I'm doing plus loves dog.
Yeah. No, yeah, 8. She doesn't seem to be doing better, but like again, she's not getting any worse.
Did she? Go. Well,
Is she in pain? Like, can we tell, or is she just kind of like comatose and breathing?
Kind of like just like out and breathing. Yeah.
Okay.
When we fed her last episode, did it seem to make her feel a little bit better or not?
No, not
Okay.
really.
Cool.
But it was like you're getting something in there,
Mm-hmm.
which is good.
Mama
And
bird.
Can we just make it so that like every hour or
I got
half
this.
hour,
Yeah.
even like we're like
We'll just make sure
syringing
she's
water.
eating water,
Okay. Cool.
Like I've had to do with my dog, and she's better now. So BB will be too.
Great.
So yeah, we'll make sure BB's taken care of. I will get into my mom's car.
Cool. And
We've caught James and Michael up on this, I'm sure.
great. Yeah, I mean, they got out of the car and they were like listening, and they were
Okay.
like, "All right." They're gonna go back home to like clean up after the party, and also in case Teddy shows back up there.
Yeah.
So they're like, they'll basically just say like, "All right, kiddos. So if you see Teddy, let him know, or we're looking for him, and if we see Teddy, we will let you know that he is back home."
Cool.
All right.
Can we also say that Tiresias has gotten your number in case Teddy does come here, and like they need to get a hold of us because you're the one of us with the phone? Cool. Cool.
And how do you do that?
I think we thought of it last minute, and I went back in one more time to be like, Tiresias, here's my number.
Great. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Wait. Make one last brawn check.
Why?
Do it for me.
No,
Okay.
I love you, but no.
All right, then roll me charm. Lie to me.
You have a +3 against children.
She has a +3 against children. Where was that before?
16.
17, 18, 19 rebellious.
Yeah, you have +3.
Well, yeah.
So
actually-
tell me in graphic detail about how you splintered this chair.
No. Oh yeah.
Well, I did it with one arm, Frankie. I was holding BB like this, and my one arm. Do you see how?
And you get in the
Freaking
car
buff
and you're
this is.
telling this story, and Marcus starts driving. And
Yeah, I can see your veins are really bulging like you just worked out really hard.
Yeah. What do they say in rock climbing? I'm pumping. No wait. What is it?
I want to know.
you're pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Is that a rock climbing thing?
No, it's just a workout thing. It's just like when you
It's
like
like,
rock
when
climbing,
your
like I'm
juices
getting
are
like
flowing through
yeah,
your
it's like
muscles and
yeah. Except the way I've heard it is like people who are lifting weights are excited to have a pump. Like, because it's like it means their muscles are getting fatigued and they're getting pumped, and it's like the blood's like really getting there. But rock climbers are like, oh no,
oh no,
oh no, I have a pump like going on. Like my
Gotcha.
arms are pumped. Like
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Why is that an oh no?
because like then
It makes it harder to.
it makes it harder
Yeah.
to grip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if yeah.
Yeah.
So you go to the foxhole.
Is Mama Nazari gonna be coming and hang out at the foxhole too?
Yeah.
Cool.
She's bringing your DVD collection.
I think just like in bits, I'm explaining stuff to her as much as I feel like she's ready for new things. If that is even in this car ride, which she might say she's not, but slowly I want to start filling her.
Okay. Cool.
Is Mom home?
Mom's home.
Mom.
Yeah. So you go into the front door. She's like, "Oh my gosh, there's my babies, and my babies. Oh hello, hey, and also my babies.
and hey,
oh
your
hello.
babies.
Yeah. So like
I brought
Declan and
my mom.
Harini and yeah, and like your mom comes in. It's like, oh, and also not my baby.
No, you can be her baby mom.
I know the magic is real. I've been told. And Phoebe's just like, all right, cool.
I think while everyone's setting up like different stations of research and like fort building and popcorn popping and blah blah blah, Gertie will fill in Mom.
Yeah,
everything.
and Phoebe will also fill you in with what she's been up to. And she's just like, all right, so like I tackled the young boy.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
That felt good, I bet.
Good, yeah, no,
Mom,
it felt
you
sure.
badass.
Yeah.
Right. Don't violence is mostly never the answer.
Is occasionally the answer.
Is occasionally the answer, yes. I will not tell you not to stick up for yourself and fight because sometimes it's necessary, and I mean that. If you gotta like punch someone in the face because they're bad, freaking do it. I can't promise you won't get sued and we won't have like a big problem on our hands. But like if you're defending someone or if you're sticking up for what's good and what's right, knock someone in the jaw. I mean it sincerely. Marcus is in the background like, oh my god. And then but Phoebe's like, all right, so I did that and I was in the right, but also a little bit in the wrong because I'm an adult and I tackled a teenager. Luckily,
Who was strangling your son?
I know. But unfortunately, the law doesn't supersede it that way. But
change it.
well, all right, I'll work on it. Yeah. So after the security took me and Big Rob away, basically what I ended up saying was, well, why was he able to get his grubby little hands around my boy's neck in the first place? And they were like, and I was like, okay, well, here's the deal. I'm going to need a copy of that footage, and Big Rob might be pressing charges against me, but I'm for sure pressing charges against him and against this entire hospital. Now, give me that footage, and if you can't give it to me right now, I'm going to go to the courthouse, and I'm going to get a subpoena, and I'll be getting that footage by the end of the day. So, pretty much, I mean, they just gave me what I needed to see. I showed them exactly what happened, that Big Rob was creeping outside of your door, and then like poked around the side, almost like he was waiting for someone to come out, and Frankie came out and he just grabbed him by the neck. I mean, that was pretty clear cut to me. So I just came around and I did what I needed to do.
And now he's going to juvie.
Well, I don't know if they're still holding him or not. I don't really get to follow up on that.
Did they take him to the... I've been listening in.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's
telling me.
Did they take him to the sheriff's department?
No, no one's there to work right now. Except... Or maybe...
I mean, someone has to be there, right?
I think, well, maybe...
We can't
I think
just...
Leslie might be there.
Okay. Did I know Leslie worked there? Probably. Maybe. That sounds familiar now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm trying
They have
to...
a lot of jobs.
I'm pretty sure Leslie...
I feel like they've been established.
Leslie was the tall tennis player who
the
drove
track
us,
star,
star
winner.
who one blue eye, one.
Yeah.
Who volunteers at the office, I think volunteers at the mayor's hall, and also works at the police department.
Yeah.
Leslie is the big bad.
Perfect blue eye and half green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, long hair track star.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is how she gets
They-
into college.
yeah,
Correct us, viewers, if you've been keeping up with Leslie's professional exploits and why Leslie is the single-handed best person in this town, leave a comment.
Yeah. So
they might have brought him there if Leslie's watching, or where else would they
I don't know.
take him?
I doubt it because unfortunately Sandra and Deputy Bain are currently in the family clinic.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know where they would have took him, and it's not really something that I'm allowed to know unless unless somebody else got involved and subpoenaed that and they got that information, but then they technically wouldn't be able to tell me. So that's really a whole bunch of confidentiality sort of stuff that I because I'm directly involved in the altercation, I cannot know about.
If another kid called and said, "Hey, I'm a friend of Big Rob,"
Oh my
would they tell
gosh!
them?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for reminding me. Well, okay, for one, so I think everything's gonna be okay, but I might be tied up in some legal red tape for a little while. But there's some Taryn was calling.
Called you? Called here?
Taryn called here.
What'd she want?
She wanted to talk to Derry.
Of course she did.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. That Taryn would want to talk to me. I will call
All
her
right.
back.
Cool. I don't know. You can use our phone. She said that she
Sure.
was trying to get a hold of you for a little while.
Okay, well then it's probably important. I'm gonna go over and start dialing. And maybe it's not a big deal, but we should know what's going on. Apparently, you have a rotary phone. So yeah, I will call Taryn.
Okay. And she picks up faster than she ever has. It rings barely once, and then she's like, "Hey,
Taryn?
yes,
It's Derry.
Great. I'm glad you got back to me. So I have your grandpa.
What? How? Where? What? Sorry, tell me what happened.
Well, no, after everybody went to the family clinic last night, I just decided to go back home. And on my way, I passed by your house and it was trashed. And your family was outside talking to the police. And then your grandpa looked over at me and whispered, "Wanna cheese it?" and I said, "Like the food?" And then he came over to me, handed me a Cheez-It, and then said, "No."
That's what I wanted to say.
And then ushered me away, and so I've just been walking around bald with your grandpa for the entire night into day.
Okay.
So
so you've got some new stories now. He's quite the fool.
He loves trains.
He loves trains.
He loves
doesn't
trains.
have any in his room and he doesn't play with them.
Well, he probably doesn't have them anymore. And then you hear in the background, "Oh, damn it!"
Hey, Grandpa.
Oh, sorry, I'll put you on speaker. And then just say that again.
Hey, it's Derry.
Oh, Derry. All right, so Taryn and I have been having an adventure. You would never
I'll
guess.
put it on speaker too.
You would never guess what we did. All right, so we went to the factory because I wanted to show her the place where the section of the corner of the factory that had burned down, because I think teens and kids like burned things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Good job.
S'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. And then Taryn told me that there was a place that she liked to go, and Taryn's like, hold on. And it's quiet for a second, and then you hear, "Never mind."
Okay. No, never mind.
Never mind. But then we went out for ice cream, and then I got us a bunch of cupcakes, and we just sat and we ate those for a while, and we stood over at this river on a bridge out near the woods, and we just hung our feet over the end of it, and we swung them. We swung our feet and we told stories. Well, I mostly told stories.
Yeah.
Taryn isn't very talkative.
No.
And
she
Taryn's
opens
like,
up,
I'm
but-
right here. I'm right here.
Well, you're not very talkative.
Well, okay.
Are you?
No.
No.
Why would I be?
I don't know. You probably have things to say.
So anyway, how is everything? How are people doing? You're okay, right? Because did you see our house got destroyed?
I didn't see, but I've heard. My ribs are broken. My wrist too. Not all my ribs, but enough of them. So I'm not great, but I'm.
Was it the
getting
bullies?
there. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did I tell you they have powers? I've told you they have powers, right?
No. Yes. I don't know. Taryn told me.
Well, they have powers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taryn filled me in on everything. I know it all.
Okay. Good. Because you should.
And then Taryn's like, I did do that.
That's okay.
That is something I did. I hope that's okay.
That is okay. Don't tell anyone else, probably.
Oh, so I shouldn't have told the rest of the town?
Not yet. Did you?
No.
Taryn, did you?
No, I didn't tell the rest of the town.
Taryn, Darry's
I
talking
didn't-
too loud to hear. No, Taryn.
I didn't. I didn't. No, she really didn't. We were just hanging out the whole night.
Okay, good. Because we might eventually, but not yet. Okay.
Wait, Derry, where are you?
I'm at the foxhole. You guys should come to the foxhole. Actually, we're doing some research. We might be actually leaving. We really know where we're gonna be at.
Wait,
We're building a blanket fort.
wait, the foxhole? Is that like a fun name for where the foxes live?
Yes.
No.
Hold on, I take her off speaker.
Okay,
I'm
you're
gonna
off
walk
speaker.
around the corner. Hey,
Baba Vahi can come if he wants.
okay. You shouldn't come right now, Taryn. I don't think
I'm good.
the whole fam is really.
That's fine. I don't
Be
really.
around.
I don't
You
want to.
probably shouldn't.
It is.
Even if you it would be cool, but you should.
Derry. It's the fox's place, right?
Yeah.
No.
You can't hear this anymore. No.
She's just yelling no.
She's yelling no.
Just to get if the message was
Yeah.
great. Oh, by the way, no.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Are you okay? Is there anything? Have you seen anything else or anything happen to you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back home
Okay. Be careful, because they're getting stronger, I think, and it's
I
not
think
good.
I'll be okay. You be careful.
Why do you think you'll be okay?
I think they're not after me.
Also, she's tearing fucking Takahashi.
Hey.
You hear in your head.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any powers yet?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Will you
Does-
tell me if you do?
Does Teddy
I
have powers?
don't think so.
So he died.
Yeah.
Huh. And then you hear, what?
Oh.
Oh, shoot. That was the one thing I didn't. Okay.
Well,
I'll explain that.
Catch him up
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can make sure he gets here okay.
Okay. All right, I can do that.
Okay.
Um,
And I'll see you. I'll see you late. I'll see you later.
Just so you know,
Mm-hmm.
this was a favor to you to watch your grandpa. Because I think he's in trouble. So, just know that I appreciate what you've been doing for me, I guess, or whatever. Like talking to me and bailing me out and stuff. Yeah, that was cool, and you didn't need to do that, and this is me paying you back. So, I don't owe you or anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
It's not like I like you or anything, baka.
Sure. Yeah. No. Cool. Thank you. Just get him here, and we're cool.
Okay.
You only have to talk to me again if you get powers, and then you do have to tell me.
Yeah, okay.
If I get powers, I'll tell you. Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, I will not talk to you.
Great.
Cool. Oh, look at that. We hung up at the same time, didn't we? Oh. Guys, I think we just hung up at the same time.
You come around the corner.
Why
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
you get married? Sorry, that was really aggressive.
Why would I ever marry Taran Takahashi?
I don't know.
Do you need
No,
to roll a
no,
grit
no,
check?
I don't
Because she's
so.
strong and is like a Valkyrie warrior.
I don't know.
I don't know why
There's no reason.
There's no. I don't. She's just being nice, and I'm just letting her be nice. It's
Yeah,
fine.
okay. I think you might marry Tiresias.
You might marry Terry Takahashi.
And I won't come to your wedding.
And she won't come
How's
to
the
your
fort
wedding.
coming, Dad?
And Marcus is like wrapped up and like tangled in a blanket, and there's like some the chairs are knocked over, and it's all very
So
bad.
right on schedule,
And he's
Mom.
like, it's actually super good. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. This is the fort of the century.
Episode title, Fort of the Century.
Yeah, that's a horror reference right there.
Fort of this entry.
And that's Fort of this entry.
This entry, fort of this entry. Yeah, so Declan and Harini like have started sprawling out the contents of the box.
Cool. Derry's like intention for his part in this is to take things, read through them himself, and like be scanning and digitizing them, and like having that stuff backed up.
Great.
So that's his primary thing.
I think Gertie's primarily looking for reoccurring themes or repeating anything that could be like a code puzzle.
Yeah, roll me something with plus skill at puzzles.
Cool. How much is plus puzzles?
+3.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. 11.
11. Okay. Yeah. So you find a paper that they were publishing or trying to get published. That like you can see there's a sheet with it of just like a bunch of like rejections with corrections and that kind of a thing. And you're reading through these corrections and the rejections and stuff, and basically what you're getting back is that like the paper is nonsense.
Okay.
Like, and the other papers in this box have all been getting like awards and like accolades. Like they were actually, and as a PhD student, they were publishing papers,
Mm-hmm.
like, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But you start reading through this paper And you don't need to like fully understand it to realize that it's like nonsense.
Like gibberish? Or?
No, it's like have you ever seen that like video of people of like what English sounds like to non-native speakers? Like that kind of a thing. It almost seems like words are like put in and it's like close and it might sound like it's a sentence, like if you read it out loud or anything like that, but it doesn't really seem to be like matching up exactly.
But each word is a word in English.
Okay,
that,
super obscure reference, but if you've ever read any like Dadaist theater, like, you know, but in Glass Heart. Wait, that's a different play.
Glass Menagerie.
No. Shit,
No,
I'm losing
I
my
don't
reference.
know.
Well, Dada, like
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
It is all regular words. Just
Yeah, it's all regular words.
And the syntax makes no sense.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess Gertie maybe just hands it over to Declan.
Well, you would need to, because like with your 11, so you're like reading through this, and you start reading, and you're going over it over and over again because you're like, why doesn't this make any sense? Like what? And you go back to another paper, and it's like completely different writing style, and you see the date on it, and you check it against the other dates. And it's the latest paper that was ever written by CJ. And you go back through it again and again, and like finally you catch something of letters that have commas next to them that are like point sizes just smaller. And some of these commas seem out of place, like they don't belong there. Like someone who doesn't know how to write, like when they just put in a bunch of commas.
Like me with semicolons.
Or like me with commas. And
Or like Christopher Walken with spoken commas.
you have these letters, and it just goes over and over again. It's me. It's me. It's me. And next time on Hijinks and Handlebars.
It's that boy. What
So
up?
here's my immediate reaction to that. If we're cool with that, is just I'm imagining it as ITS.
Oh, I said
apostrophe.
I said next time on Hijinks and Handlebars.
So shut up.
So I said that part, and then they cut the stream, so like nobody sees this part.
Okay, cool. So
All right, thank you so much for watching another episode of Hijinks and Handlebars.
Yeah.
Play Kids Up Likes Tabletop live stream. Wee. That was a fun one, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Teddy?
Good take, Teddy.
Good take, Teddy. That's the nickname. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If this is your first episode that you've watched and you're intrigued, we have an entire backlog of episodes that you can find on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. It's in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars that has every single episode we've recorded up until now, and it will have all of the ones that we record in the future. And you can also find that playlist at bit.ly/handlestream, capital H, capital S. That's pretty much it. We do this show, Hijinks and Handlebars, every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And so join us and catch up and like get friends involved and have them catch up. Like send them the playlist and be like, yo, like you've gotta check this out.
Have a friend who's sick or bedbound, have them watch it.
Have a friend who doesn't have obligations, have them watch it.
yeah.
Have a friend, have them watch it.
And when you watch it on YouTube, I mean, like I when I listen back to them to retain the information from the episodes, I listen back. It's like sometimes 1.25 speed, or sometimes even up to 1.5 if like I really need to burn through an episode. But that does get kind of difficult. So 1.25 is a good like middle ground to play in, and you can do that on YouTube. Just click the little gear, change the speed. If you don't know about it,
Tweet at us at.
But other than that, join us tomorrow, QueueTimes, I mean, for another stream. We're streaming Starfinder, Dawn of Flame. It's a module. We're playtesting it, and it's really interesting and very fire related. Could you guess from the Dawn of Flame title? Jonas and I are both on that. We play characters. It's very fun. It's
space fantasy. If you like space fantasy, or you like us, or anyone who's been on QueueTimes, you'll love this.
Yeah, and that's GM'd by Krug. And Indigo is also in that. And if you watched our Marvel heroic role playing, Alex and Katie are also the cast for that. So that's really fun. And we have like two more sessions of that? We have 2 more sessions of that. So that'll happen tomorrow, and then the next Wednesday, and then that one's done. Then that one's done.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on Sundays, the Uncommon Trust does their streaming at noon, also Pacific, and they just did one called Be Dave Do Crimes.
Yeah.
And
I just saw that go up today.
Yeah, basically, if you know who B-Dave is, and if you don't, like, check him out on Twitter and all of the things that he's doing. He's done a lot of tabletop work. He has a comic book.
Good friend of the QueueTimes family.
A comic book, a D&D comic that came out recently, A Darkened Wish. Hell yeah, I got it. And that's really great. And go get that at comic shops, because if that does really well, then Dave gets to do some more, and that would be awesome, because it's a D&D comic, and you don't get that kind of like crossover cool stuff. So do that. Dave's also a great writer, so that's another reason to check that out. Cool. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. Big thank you again to Hunters Entertainment. Thank you to Tanimato. Thank you to QueueTimes, Indigo, Krug, T.S. Quint. And thank you. Thank you. We will be back again next Tuesday without Teddy again, but then we will Sam will be back with us after that. And we will.
And hopefully Teddy will be too.
Yeah.
We'll
and we will conclude exactly what that will be when it happens. It's very exciting stuff going on now. So thank you very much. I've been William, the GM for Hijinks and Handlebars. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite. And you can also find the Twitter for Hijinks and Handlebars at HandleStream.
And I have been Jonas. You can find me on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I've been playing Derry Nazari. That's all I've got for you. Thank you.
I will always be Franny and Gertie Fox, and you can find me on Instagram at JUST_FRANNIE.
Hi, Spencer LaBelle. I've been playing Frankie Fox today. You can find me on Instagram at Splubble, SPLUBBLE. You can also, again, find Hijinks and Handlebars related Instagram content at HandleStream, HANDLESTREAM, a HandleStream song, HANDLESTREAM.
Okay, thank you, bye.